You will not be able to stay home. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia.
Yo, yo, yo. It is Tuesday night. This is the In the News segment of the No PC show. We're a little bit behind schedule. It is 9:40 and we usually get this done way before. So we're going to jump right into it. Got a few topics we want to talk about today. And we're going to try to make them quick, fast, and in a hurry. First, we're going to talk about Donna, Brazile. And Donna Brazile has made a whole bunch of fuss with her new book called The Hacks. She's kind of exposing the Democratic National Party and all those in and outs, and everybody's pointing crooked Hillary, crooked Hillary. Well, we already knew that the DNC had already decided to back Hillary. I mean, that wasn't that part of the plan when Obama won, when the DNC stabbed her in the back and chose Obama over her to run for president? So, so everybody's pointing these fingers. She came out, Donna Brazile came out, and she went hard because she was like the DNC can go to hell. She basically got her Negro wake-up call, and they put her in this position. Now, she had been the vice Democratic chair for 8 years under Obama, so she knew how this job function ran. But when she finally got the job, she wasn't allowed to do anything. She couldn't write a check. She couldn't really do it. It was kind of basically like a figurehead, It's that same thing that they do all the time to us, and they let you feel like you got something going on, but then in the end you realize that you don't have it going on. So she basically got her wake-up call on that. And so I guess with her book sales, I'm sure she's not trying to get another job, because once you run off the plantation and flip out and do what she did, okay, well, you done burnt all the possible bridges that were left for you to have an opportunity. And I mean, who can fault her? This woman's worked over 40 years. She likes to say 50 years, but she's only 59. I don't know what she could have possibly been doing at the age of 9 in the political party. But I mean, she could have been handing out flyers and getting petitions with her parents or anything like that. So, we'll just keep hoping that things work out for her the way she wants them to work out for her. Another story that we want to cover is the Meek Mill situation. Now, Meek Mills, and I don't have anything on the screen. Meek, let's do it like this. Meek Mills was sentenced to 2 to 4 years for violation of his probation, and people like Jay-Z and others are coming out saying, well, it's too strict. Yeah, I can see in a way with the 10-year probation period that was put in here as a stipulation. That's a long time for especially a rapper to stay out of trouble. And he was not able to stay out of trouble. He's arrested 2 other times while he's been on probation, and had another incident. I think with his curfew or leaving the city when he didn't have authorization to leave the city. This type of shit's gonna put you in jail. So sorry that you're gonna have to go do that to the foe. And it is what it is. I mean, they put you on that long probation knowing that you weren't gonna be able to stick to it, and you fell into the trap. So good luck on them 2 years, Meeks. This is a nonsense. I really want to talk about Tyrese. And everybody had something to say, and there's a lot of sympathizers and everything for Tyrese out here. I'm gonna break it down for everybody. And it's not that I don't have any sympathy for Tyrese. I just don't have a lot of sympathy for a lot of rich people with rich people problems. I felt it was who is that bitchy that you all on YouTube like a little girl crying about a situation? Why you got your business in the street like this? You got money, you got lawyers. I don't know why you crying broke. If you broke, you need to sell that island. So you done bought this little girl island a few years ago, and you always come out with this, well, you know, God said this, and I gotta have some ownership. And dude, you're all over the place with nonsense. Do what you're supposed to do to get your daughter back. Apparently, he went to court today, and they did grant him some visitation. So good on that. But you can't be out here on some psychopath stuff. And where's your wife, Miss Samantha Lee, with her master's in social work and human trafficking? Why isn't she counseling you? She's all godly motivated and everything, and you're all godly motivated and everything. Why are you all out here? His pastor is Kenneth Omer. So you got a spiritual man of God, this great wife, and financial resources. Jada and Will kicked in $5 million for you. Get your butt off of YouTube, off of Facebook. Go handle your business like a man. Get out of here. And I don't care what people say. Get your shit together, brother, as they used to say. Nobody got time for Tyrese and that nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's shameful. And you putting yourself in a situation where this woman can take additional information to court and clown you. We had all been there. You were dealing with a scandalous chick. So this is the move of a scandalous chick. Maybe she mad because you got this new wife or whatever, and you moving on with your life. Then that's what you should be focusing on. Why isn't she going to court with you or whatever she needs to do so you can present this front of a solid foundation for your daughter to come to? You're doing everything but the things you need to do what you need to do. Man up. It's time to stop all that nonsense. Get off the channel. Go take care of your business, get your daughter, and keep it moving. This is the 25th anniversary, 25 years ago today. Magic Johnson announced that he had HIV, and I mean, it kind of stopped the world. I mean, I was at work. I remember somebody called me at work, like, Magic got HIV. I'm like, what? I'm at work. And, you know, we trying to find a radio or something where we can listen to this. But there was a turning point in Magic's life. I mean, this man from that point to now, 25 years later, he claims he still has the HIV. He's working out. I'm sure he's getting the best of health care. He's branched out, giving us Starbucks, Magic Johnson Theaters, part owner of the Dodgers, who had a fantastic year this year. Okay. Magic's still doing what Magic needs to do. 25 years later, I mean, a lot of people lost their lives. I know my father passed away from it. So I think the right attitude and the right conditioning things, you can make it happen. Last thing I want to cover is Powernomics. Went and saw Dr. Claude Anderson this week. He hasn't been in the best of health lately, but he was able to get out, come out to the Harold Washington Cultural Center, located on 47 and King Drive. I'm sure everybody in Chicago knows exactly where it's at. And I was able to get a couple of tickets. I was able to kind of connect with Ebony Tillman, Miss Dorothy Tillman's daughter, and get a few tickets at the last moment. And me and my wife went, and he spoke for about a good 2 hours. But before we get into that, this edifice here, the Harold Washington Cultural Center, is just a great venue, and they have a lot of different stuff going on there. And we should probably try to look at their site more and check out some of the things they do. I'm not sure how often it gets updated, but I see they've got different types of classes and festivals. I know a lot of times we only go when there's a comedy show or something, but looks like they got the Nutcracker coming up and things of that nature. And, you know, we want to support what we can in our area, which is Bronzeville, before it's gone. And then everybody's like, well, why is it gone? Well, because you didn't support it. So the event was Powernomics. He was Dr. Claude Anderson. I don't want to call him a civil rights advocate, but he is that man that was inside the White House under the Clinton administration and other administrations. He directed the writing of bills and campaigns and things of that nature. And then he ran off the plantation, kind of like Donna Brazile ran off the plantation this week. He ran off a long time ago, and he's got a new book, Black History Reader. But not only that book, he's got a whole collection of books. I just ordered today. I got the whole library pack with free DVD for $99. He's got the solution pack. This man spent a whole lot of his money, like $250,000, in the fight to bring some form of reparations to us as Black Americans, and that's pretty much mostly all the money he had in the world. So the only way he gets this money back is if he does a speaking tour, and like I say, he's been a little sick. If he does a speaking tour, or or you go to his site and you give a donation to the Harvest Foundation, or you buy something else. This man is like so many. We lost Dick Gregory earlier this year. That information dies with them, and he enlightened us so much. He talked for 2 hours and talked about economics and Black people and how we're going to change our situation. He talked about Obama and Black people, and how Obama was one of those main characters that blocked the reparations discussion that they were having. They said they were close to making some type of deal, and the Obama administration shut it down. And I'll have to look into that further. That was just like, wow. But we do know that our government is our oppressor. He also spoke on the Indians in slavery, which was a deep conversation. He talked about the Indian Treaty of 1866, which came about at the same time that we got the Reconstruction law of 1866 to 1877. And, you know, he kind of changed that picture of what we think of Indians. You know, we say poor Indians, but the Indians got a treaty, and they got some reparations. And the Indians participated on a big scale in capturing runaway slaves and owning slaves. And under the Freeman Act, a certain amount was supposed to be given, a certain amount of reparation was supposed to be given to the freedmen who were the blacks that were in captivity under the Indians. Somewhere along the line, they figured out how to, or someone figured out how to screw the blacks out of any type of reparation with the Dawes Act, which stated you had to be 5% Indian or have 5% Indian blood to qualify, and it just was a whole mess. And that, I think that was one of the things that Dr. Claude Anderson was trying to use in order to get us some type of form of reparation. And you know, he puts it at the feet of Mr. Obama, and I think a lot of people are switching around now and looking at Obama through some different glasses. I mean, it was a great look at symbolism for us and what could be accomplished, but we know, you know, presidents are created. They decide who's going to be the president, and they go out and they make it happen. Well, not this last election. This last election just looks like a complete fluke. This is what's called a failed system, and there's no getting around that. But Obama let us down, and Donna Brazile, she went hard. And you all have to watch the interview with Stephanopoulos. I can never pronounce his name. Stephanopoulos. He did an interview with her, and she went hard, and she was like, "I'm not Patsy the maid. Y'all can go to hell. I didn't want this job. I was doing this job for free. I can't do nothing. I can't even get a sign to take to my own hometown." She was really like salty. I mean, she went straight ham. So you have to go out and check out that interview. You can find it on YouTube. That's why I found it. Again, Tyrese, get off YouTube. Go somewhere with your wife and work that problem out on the sideline. Meek, you know, you just asked out, bro. And stay tuned for us on Thursday night. Haven't decided what the show title is going to be. Had a few ideas, but we'll probably switch that around to something else. Because a lot of times I'll name it one thing, and then I'll say, well, I'm going to name it something else, because that's how it pops in line. If you have a show idea, hit us at the show 1965 at yahoo.com with your show ideas, or if you want to make a comment or a suggestion. Like I say, next year we're going to be trying to get some people in the in-house studio and have some people with a mic in their hand and commentating and participating. The whole thing about doing this show is it doesn't really work without participation. If you're waiting on me to post it on Facebook, you know, it really doesn't work. Doesn't do what it's designed to do. The chat room stays empty because you're waiting to see it on Facebook. So, starting January 1st, I'm not going to put it on Facebook. The idea is to get people to click and share and participate. That's the only way we're going to make any changes, is if we all participate. So we got this done in 15 minutes. Love, peace. So we are out of here.
Step out of the car.
No, you don't have the right.
Step out of the car.
You do not have the right to do that.
I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove
I
you.
refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Step
Now, if your woman ain't no revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. She grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. If that brother ain't no rider, soldier, no provider, motor of your yourself a bitch. Think about time that you invested in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remain. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Sandra Bland was a rider. She wouldn't have committed suicide, and you a motherfucking liar. It would not be wise to stop when you hear sirens and you see the police behind you, but you don't wanna die. They'll shoot you if you run. They gon' say that you was going for the police gun. That's why they shot you like 120 times, but you was still coming. So put it up, the bullet in your lung. Them devils got you praying while they murder, because they know you on that bullshit. They steady with them full clips and body armor. They kill your women in the street, cause they figure you too weak to do anything about it. You some shit, getting fucked in your sleep. They poison you every time you brush your teeth. You don't care, you behave like a slave. A bitch from the cradle to the grave, on your knees with your hands out, begging cause you won't. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga.
If you just listen,
Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga.
you were getting a warning. Until now, you're going to jail.
I'm getting it for what?